Hello everyone, welcome back to Disattractions. Hope you're all doing well. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Brett.
And on this episode, we have a doozy for you. We have a different type of episode this time. It's not going to be a TV show or video game. We're going to be doing a fast food chain.
So technically, okay, we're going to get into my McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Here. There have been some TV shows based off of McDonald's, and some video games, and some films, but like never theatrically released. But regardless, it did originate as a fast food chain, so I'm being stupid. I'm sorry, Kevin.
No, you're good. No, it's true. True. And that's a good point, is that McDonald's not only is a fast food chain, but it's also so much more than that. That sounds really profound. I don't know. I'm trying to make McDonald's sound like to be like some like literary masterpiece. No, but like
John Steinbeck's McDonald's is really compelling.
George Orwell's McDonald's.
Anyway,
But
I found use of the word McDonald.
But it's just it's a big IP. It's a big creative field, because they've done so much stuff with McDonald's brand over the last almost decade. Not decade, sorry. Century.
Because the franchise started in the 60s.
Yeah, I want to say almost a century now. I mean, you're just like, 40 years from a century, I guess. So half a century. So it's been quite a bit of time. So there's a lot of content we have to go over. We surprisingly have a good amount of stuff and ideas for a McDonald's theme park.
Yes.
And so I guess you can discuss you kind of already discussed your familiarity with the McDonald's brand as a whole, but you can kind of go a little more in depth on that.
Yeah, so I mean, as silly as it sounds, I've grown up eating McDonald's, I think we all have to a certain extent. It's cheap fast food. Not only that, people like to hate on McDonald's, which is dumb, because McDonald's is not bad at all. Like, you get decently priced food. It's not bad. I get a vanilla iced coffee every morning, a large one. And if you get the app, it's $1. So that's really important. This is really cutting stuff, But I'll take it more so for the characters, the Ronald McDonald kind of crew. Growing up, he kind of creeped me out. It wasn't really something that, like, I was that attached to. Weirdly enough, it was more so when I was like in college, when I kind of got interested in the McDonald's lore, because I thought it was interesting that they built it around a fast food enterprise. You'd see like there's these cartoons made in the 90s from the same animation studio that was doing All Real Monsters at Nick, that were making like these McDonald's movies on VHS you could just buy at the store, and these branded mascot characters were like pretty instantly iconic, to the point where like if you got them in your Happy Meal toys, like kids would be happy with that. They didn't need Superman or Batman. They could have Grimace and the Hamburglar, And they had created these like really interesting characters in this world, and like some of those original movies, I've watched quite a few of them now. They're not like high profound art by any means, but they're so like creative and fun, and like you can just kind of disassociate watching them. Like actual production value to it, like the world that Ronald McDonald lives in, there's like actual production design in it. Like it looks great, and like the color scheme is there. And I've had this thought circulating in my head that one day, if somebody doesn't do it, I want to do it. I want to make a Barbie-esque movie about the McDonald's brand and like these worlds and this character. So I think there's a lot of potential there to make kind of like this interesting satire that then kind of reinvigorates the McDonald's brand, because like now it feels like modern, like contemporary corporatized McDonald's much. Thankfully they're starting to do fun things again. They have the adult Happy Meals. I have some of the figures back here, dork, which was cool. The Grimace Shake sensation, which we will get into, is one of the funniest things to ever happen on the internet. Like the whole thing with the TikToks of them dying from the Grimace Shake is great. I love Grimace. He's like my favorite. He's close enough to a Muppet to where like I love that dude. He's my friend. But I love weird stuff like this. Like we were both talking before about filming in McDonaldland, like the Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
That's like all this like vintage concept art and footage and stuff from like early McDonald's, and there's still like even really cool McDonald's locations that still exist. There was one growing up that had like a train station built into it.
That's crazy.
Like there's like this train that would like run around like the top of the restaurant and stuff. So there's a lot of fun to be had here. Even when Kevin and I both lived in Florida, there was Epic McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The Universal and the animatronics, and you could order pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, it's a weird brand. It's a really weird brand.
Yeah.
And it's really weird how creative this brand is. And I think there's a lot of potential with these characters still to this day. That was very long-winded. I didn't even mean for
No, you're good. I think you sounded the most passionate here than you have about Sonic or Bluey.
McDonald's, you know?
McDonald's. So similar to that, I'm not so much as into as much as Brett is here. I mean, I ate McDonald's growing up every so often. It wasn't as often probably as you. But I probably ate a McDonald's. I don't know. It was like a couple times a year thing I'd do.
Couple times a year, really?
Yeah, we didn't eat McDonald's a lot. I mean, when I grew up, my family cooked at home a lot. That's what we did.
That's good.
But when we went out, it would be to local stuff because around where I live, we have a lot of local burger places that you can get the same price burger at McDonald's for cheaper. Not cheaper, but the same price. But
I will add for a second, I actually hate McDonald's burgers.
Oh.
I literally cannot stand a McDonald's burger. Like, I can't even eat it. Like,
what do you order there? Do you get the nuggies or what do you get?
Yeah, the nuggets.
Yeah, the nuggets. Yeah.
Everything else I'm fine with. I just don't like the burger.
I wasn't expecting to doing a podcast talking about our McDonald's orders today.
Well, I'm a 10-piece nugget boy.
I see what you are.
Sandwich. The fish sandwich is underrated too.
Oh yeah, the fish fillet or what? Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah, that thing rules. Anyways, I'm sorry. Continue.
So what was I talking about? McDonald's, right? But I later on in my life I learned about, because when you were younger you had those little bit of, when I was younger, I had the little bit of leftover from the fun age of McDonald's. You had the toys, you had the fun. I used to have Nintendo 64s in the McDonald's that you could play, and you had the different colored seats, and you had all the different fun stuff before it got modern corporatized. I want to say like the normal corporate modern, like what is like the graphic design of it being very minimalistic design now.
They take the wings out of it.
Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of that, but like I was at the kind of the end of that mark, and so I got to experience a lot of that going to McDonald's, and then finally, I mean, nowadays you go to McDonald's now, and it's just like, oh, like, what do I pay my taxes in here too? Like, like it's so corporatized. Like it's like every McDonald's is the cut and paste McDonald's. Like there's no fun. There's no. It's like it used to be the kids' place to eat a lot of the time when you go. Was kind of advertised to children, especially with a lot of the commercials. A lot of the advertisement was for kids, and so now it just seems like, oh, we sell burg, we sell nugget, we sell the food, and now apparently we're doing a Krispy Kreme sponsorship deal.
Apparently that's happening in Portland. I live in Missouri. That's not happening here yet.
So, I don't know. I think, hold on, I gotta research this. Hold on. This is important information.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Keep
man.
all of that in. Keep all of this in.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, you need to know in real time, us looking up if Krispy Kreme is coming to McDonald's or not.
Yeah.
This is hard journalism here at Disattractions.
McDonald's Krispy Kreme donuts. This is literally from KrispyKreme.com.
Oh.
McDonald's USA and Krispy Kreme announce expanded national partnership.
Oh.
This is literally throughout the entire U.S.
Crazy.
There's a
haven't heard
This
any-
follows a successful test at 160 McDonald's restaurants in Lexington and Louisville, Kentucky.
Huh.
Yeah, it's coming out U.S. wide.
Interesting. Well, I'm down for it. I just haven't heard a thing about
But
it.
what? I can just go to a Krispy Kreme. Like, why do I need to get it at McDonald's?
Well, are you gonna put McDonald's stuff in Krispy Kremes? Or are they
I don't think so. They're gonna start doing the in the middle of a Krispy Kreme. Like, you're gonna start like saying, "Sorry, man, our donut machine broken." Anyways, we're getting off topic. So, getting back into it, you're probably sitting there at home like, "What the heck?" They're just talking about McDonald's at this point. What is going to involve a theme park? So,
Yeah.
our idea for a theme park is theme park land is obviously McDonaldland. Because McDonaldland, if you don't know McDonald's lore, which I don't know how you don't know McDonald's lore, you know, you have to read all 9 novels. You have to play the mobile game. You have to you have to watch all 10 3-hour specials.
Yeah, Kim Burns in a documentary.
Yep.
You can watch all 9 parts of that.
Yep. And then come back to the podcast after you've done all that.
I feel like if Kim Burns made a McDonald's documentary, I would watch it every day of my life. The first thing I do when I woke up.
With your coffee in your hand, your iced coffee, waking up in the morning like, oh, yep, watching my documentary, and then the worker at McDonald's is like, that man's kind of sad. His life's about McDonald's. You're wearing a little McDonald's hat. It's like an M on the arches.
It is an obsession, guys. Like, I have literally been in situations. I've been on film sets. I've been at people's houses, and I wake up and I go, I'll be right back in 15 minutes. I gotta go get a McDonald's iced coffee.
Oh my gosh. Moving back to it, so the whole entire land is McDonald's. This man can't stop talking about his iced coffee from McDonald's. You should get a T-shirt that says, "I would like 1 iced coffee from McDonald's, please."
Thank you.
So the whole idea of the park is McDonaldland, because if you're not up to par with McDonaldland lore, that's an actual canon place that all the McDonald's characters live in. The Nuggets, the McDonald, you got Grimace, you got the Hamburglar, you got Birdie, is that her name?
Yeah, Birdie.
Birdie, all those, people you love, they all live in McDonaldland. Like, that's an actual place.
Like,
so
think the aesthetic of "Don't hug me, I'm scared," but like nothing scary happens.
yeah, think of
does-
it just like basic, normal, like Sesame Street-esque.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
Like, it's very much like, but not as like, it's its own thing. It's very colorful, very bright, very plasticky in my mind.
Kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse as well. There's something
Yeah.
about it that was artificial, but like in a whimsical way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the Rolling Hills from the Teletubbies.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I don't know, like that par. That's what we're thinking of. There's a lot of examples we just gave. That idea. If you don't know what McDonaldland is, you can definitely search it up. There's a lot of videos about McDonaldland.
Make sure to clear your search history afterwards.
Oh, yep. Because if you don't, Grimace will come and find you.
Yeah.
And he will grimace. That's all he's gonna do.
He will grimace everywhere.
We're not gonna tell you what that means. Moving on. We have ideas for 3 rides, which is honestly kind of the biggest amount so far, which is kind of funny. We have an idea for basically 1 food location, which is pretty easy to kind of suss out. And then for our merchandise, we were thinking probably maybe just a store, or at least maybe a store connected to the food merchandise. So we're gonna get into the first ride that we've talked about, our e-ticket, which is a McDonald's dark ride. You heard it here, folks. Bless you.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. No worries.
All right. Anyway,
We're talking about Mickey D's, McDonald's, the dark ride, the everything, the queue, the ride. It's all McDonald's, right?
the religious experience. It's all McDonald's.
Yeah, it literally is. Like, you're gonna be surrounded by quarter pounders.
Messianic paintings.
Bro, somehow there's gonna be a theory that McDonald's land is a Freemason hide out. Please don't come for us, please.
You enter McDonald's and it's just like, this is actually the Church of Scientology.
Literally. Dude, I saw the Church of Scientology when I was in California.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yo, I would just love to walk in one.
I'm not walking in when you won't get out.
That's true.
We can't even start talking about this ride because we're now talking about Scientology.
This is great. This is the best episode so far.
We're talking about your order of one iced coffee every morning now to the Church of Scientology and the Freemasons. All right.
Okay.
So the ride is going to be your basic dark ride, but the whole premise that I talked about was that I want to make it look like at the start of the ride that it's just your average trip to McDonald's. So when the queue might be just like, it'd be funny to be in a queue to wait for McDonald's, but like the queue is basically you're kind of walking in throughout a basic restaurant that looks like McDonald's, honestly. Imagine a 1-for-1 McDonald's queue in the McDonald's to wait for the McDonald's ride. That's just kind of funny. Yeah. But like I want it to be the aesthetic of like the 90s, the 80s aesthetic where it has all the playful elements of it. Like everything is very playful. It's not modern McDonald's. We're not designing this park off modern McDonald's. It's going to be off of this old 90s, 80s, 90s aesthetic of McDonald's. And then the ride vehicles are going to be just these very comically, like they're like cars, right? They're just like these very comically, keep saying comically, very colorful. Comically large, I guess, or comically small. I don't know how you put them. They're ride vehicles. They look like a car. I don't know how else I can explain that. But the coolest part is the ride starts and you are literally driving through the McDonald's drive-through.
Yes, we're bringing you the interactive experience of the drive-through.
You're paying $200 a day to go through the McDonald's drive-thru, and then
will actually be growing grass in the ride.
Yeah,
so it feels like you're really driving outside.
No, literally, it's gonna literally be outside. That part of the ride is just gonna be outside. It's literally you go through the drive-thru, right? You order your food. You pull up, they give it to you, and then you leave.
And that's the ride.
And that's called... The ride is called the Nightly McDonald's Drive. That's what that is.
But here's the catch. You don't even get food. You just get off the ride.
Yeah, you just get off the ride and they gives you a 25% off coupon for the order that you put in. And all that data's tracked. No, but actually, that's how it does start off, though, is that it, we're just playing on that last whole bit, but the whole purpose of the ride is that you go in and it's a normal drive-thru, so it's like, whoa, I guess it's just a normal drive-thru, right? But then you see this animatronic car is kind of in front of you, and he pulls up to the window while you have ordered your food, right? And all of a sudden, you see a comically large vacuum suck up all of the burgers in the restaurant, and then the animatronic pops out, and it's the Hamburglar.
He's stolen your food.
He's stolen your food, and Ronald comes out and he says, "All right, you gotta enlist," and then you sit down, fill out enlistment paperwork to join the McDonald's army. This is too jokey already. But basically, you roll up past the McDonald's like, that's your food, we gotta go get it. And so he hops out, summons the McDonaldland portal to teleport you to wherever the Hamburglar's gone to. And it's basically this chase throughout McDonaldland to try to get your food back.
Yeah, we were thinking like we want to run into all the cast of characters while we're on the ride. I had the idea of at one point having a giant ketchup and mustard bottles that shoot water at you, so then people are like, "Oh no, I got ketchup on my clothes. You ruined my vacation." And they're like, "Ah, it's just water." That's pretty funny, like people love that stuff.
Like very like cutesy interactive. I'm thinking almost like
smells.
Oh yeah,
it's a kitchen,
Yeah.
Grease.
So this kind of just popped in my mind just now, but the aesthetic of like Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin.
Yes.
where it's a dark ride, but it's a little chaotic.
You know what I also like? I think it would be fun for this ride if there's a part of it that actually goes into the actual restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like there's like the track goes into the restaurant. So like while you're waiting, I mean, we couldn't have it to where it was like train crossing. It would have to be above. Because can you imagine?
So for reference, we're talking about the restaurant that is inside the park that's separate from the ride.
We'll talk about it in a second.
We'll talk about that once we're done with the rides, but
Yeah.
he's referencing that the ride will go inside the restaurant. So very much like Pirates of the Caribbean with
Blue Bayou,
which is a very weird comparison to make to a McDonald's ride. But it would be really cute because like you could have like maybe you can see them above everything, and like maybe there's like a conveyor belt. Maybe there's a part of the ride where you get on the conveyor belt where all the stuff like the mustard and the ketchup are squirted onto the burger or whatever, and yes, we just get squirted with water, but you're on that conveyor belt and you see them on the ride doing that point. Like it's interconnecting the world together, and I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's super fun. Yeah. I like that a lot. I said that there should be a drop, like a little drop.
Yeah.
And there's a point where Ronald goes, "Hide behind the ice cream machine. It's broken."
No one uses it anyways.
And no one uses it anyways. And then you drop a little bit under an ice cream machine, and that's where the Hamburglar is hiding. Is under the ice cream machine.
That'd be kind of funny.
That's kind of a funny like in reference because everybody knows that ice cream machine would never be working.
Yeah. I don't know if McDonald's would like that, but you know what? We're not sponsored by McDonald's, so we could.
I feel like they would be fine with it because corporate brands love kind of doing in jokes about each other now and themselves.
Yeah,
it makes them look cool and hip with the young folks. So I think McDonald's would be like, "Look at us, we can laugh at ourselves." So I think they would actually approve it.
All right, well then that's canon. We'll do it.
We could have a reference to Wendy's writing a diss track about them too. They could do a diss back to Wendy's.
Oh my gosh, Wendy's is a separate episode, guys. We're not doing any Wendy's talk right now. That's a separate episode. We're focusing so much on McDonald's that there's too much here.
Well, I want inside baseball references as a McDonald's war stand for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Happy, the McDonald's mascot that came out 5 years ago, everyone hated because he was just like the Happy Meal box. But
that thing is scary.
You see you part of the ride where they're like, "Get out of the way, Happy," and they just like kind of like shove them aside as they're running because they're like, it's like, have you seen Jingle All the Way? The movie Jingle All the Way.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like nobody likes you, Booster.
Yeah.
It's like that, but with the Happy Meal box.
I've seen that, but I haven't seen Marriage Story.
They're both masterpieces of American cinema. So I have to, for everyone listening to the audio here, I have to show something real quick.
Okay.
Which is the take.
This is for viewer. I'll explain this to you for audio listeners. I can't explain this for audio listeners. What is that?
This is the Turbo Man action figure from Jingle All the Way.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it in a long time. I was confused. Okay, so it's Turbo Man. I was like confused. I was like, "That's really cool, Brett." I was like, "As a show and tell."
My favorite thing is I will explain for viewers. I cannot explain that to viewers.
You're just gonna not know what it is.
Oh my god.
So the ride has those interactive elements. I want to say very much like Roger Rabbit's, where it doesn't spin like it does, but it's very chaotic. Or like Mr. Toad's, where it's chaotic but dark ride slow.
McDonald's Hell at the end.
Huh?
You go to McDonald's Hell at the end.
McDonald's Hell at the end, where all the I don't know. I don't know what would be in there. All the McNuggets.
You get fried in the fryer.
Oh no.
Oh shoot. Dude, that's brutal.
That's brutal.
Very
but we haven't really come up with an exact real like a scene after scene for this idea. It's very much, if we were to come up with more time for this ride, of course you would have more specific events. So I'm almost thinking a little bit like the same esque of like almost like Ratatouille as well, with like the, you know, where it's just as like you're going around like those kitchen scenes in Ratatouille, the ride, but like it's a McDonald's kitchen, but you're not using screens. You're using physical props and stuff. It'd be really funny, and all the McDonald's little characters are running around, and like, it'd just be a really fun ride. It's just chaotic, whimsy, fun. Like he mentioned earlier, or Brett mentioned earlier, Cat in the Hat at Universal. Very much that vein.
I do think you should spin at a certain point. I think.
Oh yeah, maybe you slip and there's like a like wet floor sign.
Yeah.
And you slip, and then you land on your back, and then you actually crack your back and you die. That was a really good joke. I really tried on that one.
A lawsuit to McDonald's Corporation in the ride.
I found a lawsuit for Krispy Kreme.
I feel like you could get like a point of the ride where you get a giant grimace that comes and he like picks up your cart. This is cute.
Mm-hmm.
Grimace is like, "I'll help you," and he like picks up your vehicle. He looks at it,
and then he grimaces,
and then he eats. No, I'm just kidding.
Like then he grimaces.
You alive? Yeah. And he like puts you on a different part of the track, and then that track's the one that goes above the restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be cute. Imagine a giant grimace animatronic.
That would be sick, like the King Kong one.
Yeah, because it's just Grimace and he eats you.
You're like, this is $100 million animatronic of Grimace from the McDonald's lore. It could happen.
That's funny, but it's a funny one. I like it. But yeah, it could be the one to grab the cart and move it up on a track. That makes sense. It'd be like Rise of the Resistance, where you go up on an elevator then move. I'm relating Rise of the Resistance to McDonald's the ride right now.
Make it just as immersive, and we really believe.
Yeah, it's the McDonald's world is so unique and it's so colorful and it's just so whimsical. I want to say and random. That's what another thing is random. Like, what is Grimace?
He's a purple monster, and I love him.
But like, what does that have to do with McDonald's?
There is. I've read Grimace lore before.
Oh, okay.
And exactly kind of how he correlates with McDonald's. I think he's supposed to be an expression of when you eat him, but also Grimace isn't like a great.
So, what I just understood is when you said was that he's an expression of when you eat there.
Yeah, but also like I don't because Grimace, you don't really want to grimace when you're eating somewhere.
You don't want a grimace? What do you mean a grimace?
I'm gonna read the McDonald's Wikipedia on fandom.com for Grimace character profile.
Okay.
Grimace is a character featured in McDonaldland commercials. He is Ronald McDonald's best friend. Grimace is a large purple, rotund being of intermediate species.
What does that mean?
Legs. He was also known for his slow-witted yet optimistic demeanor. Grimace sometimes went for long periods of time without speaking. When he does speak, he is known for saying "duh" before every sentence. Grimace originally debuted as a large purple being with 4 arms and 2 legs, who loved the milkshakes and sodas. After that first campaign, Grimace is reintroduced in his modern form, with his numbers of arms reduced by 2. The modern commercials are really cool, and merchandise generally portrays him as well-meaning simpleton whose clumsy antics provide a comic foil to Ronald McDonald. The character is retained after streamlining the characters in the 1980s, and was one of the few members to also be retrained until the end of the McDonaldland commercials. Grimace in the early days was used to advertise the Happy Meal.
Interesting.
Yeah,
From what I remember, I heard from somebody. This is not a reliable source. But
he has an Irish dad.
He has an Irish dad, bro. What?
Yeah.
Let's focus back on the ride.
It's uncle. He has an Irish uncle. It's Uncle Low Grimacy. So can we add him into the ride somehow?
Somehow we can. Meet and greet.
Okay. Well, we have to have a Uncle O'Grimacy meet and greet.
All right.
I am so sorry.
No, you're good. This is fun. But kind of wrapping through up this dark ride, it's kind of, we explained it. It's very loose. It's very much different events could happen. Like you start in the drive-through, maybe you actually go through the drive-through window or something. That's kind of interesting and fun. Where like maybe Ronald, because Ronald can use magic, like that's happened before. Like this is not new. This is something he's done. So maybe he can make the window really big size, and you go through it, and you get to go through like the kitchens and whatnot.
Like opens, so it starts to shut right when you get in, so you think it's gonna shut on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Or something like that. But at the end, I know this is probably never going to happen because it would be so expensive. It'd be really cute if you got a toy at the end of the ride.
Yeah.
Because like a toy is like a Happy Meal toy.
I mean, I feel like if it's like a Hot Wheel, then it'd be fine.
It depends on how many people are coming throughout this whole entire park.
Yeah. Just overprice it like Fast Pass Plus.
Oh my gosh.
And make it like $250 a ticket. People can afford
So you can fund your Hot Wheel. But I think it'd be really cute if like you get like there's different toys and different like they match an actual McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like just toy brands, but like maybe they bring back toys like maybe those old like little games they used to sell like they were like LED, not LED, what was it called? Maybe it was LEDs. But remember like those old fish, I had the cat fishing game for McDonald's.
Yeah, I had one of those too. That was dope.
Yeah. No, like stuff like that where like you can get one of those old toys and it's really cool. You know,
like those Disney 100-year, not 100 years, because that just happened. Like, what was the year anniversary where they released all those little figurines? Remember that?
I'm not too sure.
Huh. Interesting.
But yeah, that's a really cute idea. I like that. And then it kind of all wraps up in the end, and just you see all the different McDonaldland characters will also kind of. I think it should start off. I think the point where it should go is that you're in the drive-thru, and then you go through a section throughout the restaurant. And then you go outside into Mcdonaldland, and then somehow you go on this other chase that somehow ends you up back into the restaurant. Yeah. And then Grimace picks you up and puts you on a conveyor belt, and you start going across the top of the restaurant. And then you can go back down, and maybe I'm trying to think of how you would beat the Hamburglar. Like you go under the ice cream machine, and then Ronald like finally like smacks the ice cream machine, and it freezes the Hamburglar.
Yes, that's so funny. Actually.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there it goes, or whatever. And so like you freeze the Hamburglar and you get your food, and it's like, oh my gosh, you got your disgusting, like you said, hamburger.
Here you go. It's lukewarm now because he took it from Mcdonaldland.
Yeah, or something like that. Where that's really cute. Then it ends, and then you get your like, it has like its own like theme song at the end where it's like, welcome to McDonald's where we make food, and then it ends.
We would want you to become part of the crew, please. Please apply.
Please. $14 an hour.
In the gift shop, you could buy different toys at the gift shop too, and they're all like the little bags that you get them in, and they're all from like different eras of McDonald's.
Yeah,
you could get those Madame Alexander dolls, if you know what I'm talking about, crew.
So again, that ride was kind of very loose, but at the same time, if you guys have any ideas for maybe specific scenes, or maybe there's just one real small character of McDonaldland lore that we don't know, it's like, guys, you forgot to add in Sneagle Borpus, the the tax collector of.
It's like
McDonaldland.
Video that's like them making fun of Star Wars press conferences, and they're like, we're making a new movie with Stinky Boop.
It's literally that. It's literally the guy who's like, have you not seen the show Gleeger's Bligov before? How about Blingus?
when he gets the blog and then ends up finding the flarg, and then he ends up saving the day from the flaw block.
What are we even doing right now? But if you have any sort of, what's the word? If you have any sort of ideas for what this ride could be more of, please let us know. It's really fun. A really fun idea. There's a lot of ways you can go with it. There's a lot of different scenes that you could do. Maybe there's a scene where you fly with Birdie, or maybe you, I don't know, something else, something different. But if you have any ideas, that'd be great. Moving on to the next ride we had an idea for was a drop tower actual ride. But it's not like Tower of Terror dropper, like, it's not that intense, but it's like one of those cutesy kids ones. But it was my idea, is that you're a deep fryer. Thinking back on it, this is kind of stupid, but you sit in like a deep fry basket, right? And then you get dunked in the oil.
Yeah, but the oil's just water.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get fully dunked in water?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a great idea. Like head to toe smothered. That's just waterboarding.
Well, no. You drop before you hit the fryer. That's why you're like, and
Oh.
it hits on you just a little bit. That's kind of, I think.
You get on the ride. It's like I can't wait to almost get deep fried. Almost get deep fried the ride. I think it'd be funny if there was like on the ride there was a visual thing on the outside, so if you weren't on the ride, the people actually look like they're getting dunked in the water, but like you're just going behind it. You know what I mean? Or it's like an illusion to where like it looks like you're being dunked in there, but you're not.
I called it a drop fried. Which I think is kind of clever.
It's cute and clever. I just don't think like what the heck does that mean?
It's a drop fried.
Drop fried.
Yeah.
The drop fried.
People will be like, oh, okay, drop ride, fried. It's a drop
I guess
fried.
if you really like put an emphasis on the ride part and have like the apostrophes. Not apostrophes, the quotes.
Drop fried.
Yeah, that could work. The drop fried.
The drop fried. I like it.
That could work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really cute. It's really small, but at the same time it's cute. I think the clientele for this, not the clientele, that's a weird word. The gauge for ages should be probably towards kids, I would think of a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would think so. Especially with the colorful design of the 80s and 90s, it's very much towards kids. I have the original idea for McDonald's, or not the original, but the 90s, 80s time period of what McDonald's was.
And a McDonald's adult like me.
Yeah. It's like a Toys R Us kid turned into a McDonald's adult. Just like, get out of the way, Disney adults. McDonald's adults have their time.
You had your turn.
You had your turn. Now it's our turn. Kiss me, Grimace.
Kiss Grimace's Irish uncle. Uncle of Grimacy. We should add a picture of Grimace's uncle right here. So people have a frame of reference.
I want people to have that in their search history.
Please, whoever is listening to this, Google Grimace's Irish uncle. I promise you. It's great. It's the funniest thing. He was used to promote the Irish shake, like the mint shake.
Oh, the Shamrock Shake.
Yeah, which is a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite things.
A masterpiece?
Yeah, the Irish shake at McDonald's is a masterpiece. It's right up there with It's right up there with Casablanca.
It's right up there with things like the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
What else?
The Sistine Chapel.
The Sistine Chapel. Yep. It's one of the the invention of the telephone. It's one of the Shamrock Shakes right next to it.
Yes. Honestly,
in history books, it goes caveman, telephone, Shamrock Shake.
That's how communication process.
It's literally they're renovating Spaceship Earth to have the Shamrock Shake at some point.
And there's your Spaceship Earth. Your car moves around instead of the planet Earth. It's a giant Shamrock Shake.
and the Irish guy just dancing around the whole area like. And then you go down the whole entire thing backwards, and you're getting put deeper and deeper to the deep fryer. Until at the end, you just go to McDonald's.
Here's your future.
Yeah.
Here's deep fried.
Here's your future.
Buy the American imperialism.
What?
As we're going in the deep fryer.
What? I'm confused. I didn't get that. I didn't hear it.
Oh, I was like, as you're going deep into the deep fryer, Dame Judi Dench goes, and here's your Spaceship Earth. It's your future as you're getting fried in a deep fryer. And I said it's a commentary on American imperialism.
Oh, it's a commentary on American imperialism. That's what I missed.
Okay.
I wasn't in on it until I heard them. Now I'm in on it.
everything I just said was nonsense. So like,
this is a really all over the place episode. I'm sorry for all listeners. This is really all
good.
over the place. But
This is kind of our best episode, I think.
moving on to the third
Okay.
ride that we have an idea for. This is what Brett pitched. I did the deep fried.
Yeah.
You can you were gonna pitch
The Fry Guy ride.
yeah, the Fry Guy ride.
Where you get to ride a Fry Guy. So
Okay.
like, you have these little Fry Guy machines, and they're kind of like the Dumbo flying elephants. I think of them more so like, have you ever been to like a carnival or something, and they had like the frog ride, and they're on the floor, and they kind of like hop.
Mm-mm.
Okay, go like, okay, well maybe
You
I'm
don't have to do the visual little hopping of the frog. People listening to that are gonna be like, "What's he doing?" Yeah.
I was imitating how the ride vehicle would hop.
Yeah.
So like, they're on the floor and they kind of hop, and you're on a little Fry Guy, and kids go wee, and they like bounce up and down. After the ride's over, you can buy plush Fry Guys. Because like, let's be real, Fry Guys are like the OG minions, and if they had like a big comeback, like Fry Guys are gonna be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be on soap and deodorant.
Why is that the first thing you think of? Oh man, they're the next big IP drop. Everybody, they're gonna sell soap.
And toothbrushes?
That's it. They sell a whole bunch of
And
Fry Guy
shirts?
soap.
And boxers?
Yeah.
Wait. Just
Mom, and it's just a Fry Guy. Dad, and it's just a Fry Guy. And then one just says Fry Guy.
wait. One just says bandit, and it's a Fry Guy. One says bingo. It's Fry
Grimace.
Little Charlie comes to the store, and he's like, why?
Who's little
Why?
Charlie?
Little Charlie, my favorite guy, Little Charlie. He goes into the store and he's like looking for Bluey merchandise, but it's all been taken over by Fry Guys.
Little Charlie. Oh.
Yeah,
I'm confused.
Little Charlie, our boy,
Oh,
not our boy. Wait, what am I talking
what
about?
I'm confused. Okay, I'm just gonna gloss over little Charlie. We'll come back to him later. You're acting like he's our lost son.
He's not.
He's
Little Charlie.
Okay. You know what? I love little Charlie.
We love Little Charlie. So the biggest appeal of this world is going to be the restaurant because, of course, McDonald's restaurant food. So we'll have your normal McDonald's. I'll have all your normal items. You can buy a Big Mac. Whoop-de-doo. Okay?
That was the most passive aggressive thing I've ever heard.
I didn't even mean for it.
What's so funny is just when you did the hand gesture, it just reminded me of just like that's a T-shirt right there. I bought a Big Mac. Whoop-de-doo.
But that's not what's special about this McDonald's.
What's special?
So we
about it?
mentioned Epic McDonald's, all right,
Mhm.
in Orlando, where you could order McPizza and McPasta, and it was essentially like, man, we got these pizzas at Walmart, and we be cooking them in the oven. No, that's not what we're doing here. All right, we are doing a full-on, expansive McDonald's menu.
Uh-huh.
So you have the normal McDonald's menu. Then on the left side, you have international McDonald's menu. You can get poutine.
You can get the Squid Ink burgers, the black burgers from Japan, I think that is.
Yeah.
You can get different just things around the world that other McDonald's only have that you can get here, which is really cool.
Yeah.
We also mentioned talking about getting discontinued items that are everywhere else, is that they could periodically bring items back and do different things.
I was going to say, that was going to be on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Was the discontinued items. So, like, the snack wraps, even though those are coming back, apparently. Big drop today. Big news dropping from McDonald's corporate. That's coming out in 2025. I'm excited for that, and Fantastic Four, the next steps from Marvel. Anyways, sorry.
I feel like I'm more excited for the snack wraps than that. Than Fantastic Four.
Um, and then you get the Big Tasty burger. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember the Big and Tasty. Grimace gave one to Donald Trump. Remember that commercial? That was a thing.
What?
There's a commercial of Donald Trump. He's standing there and he's like, "Wow, you give one Big and Tasty for $1? That's outrageous. How do you do it?" And Grimace is sitting there like,
Okay, I'm gonna have to definitely.
"This is a real thing. It's a real thing." And he goes like, he's like, Donald Trump's holding the Big and Tasty.
It is. I just looked it up. I just looked up Grimace Trump Big Tasty. I'm gonna have to erase my. What kind of form around
Grimace Trump Big Tasty. Yo, Brett, what are you looking up?
Oh my gosh. Together, Grimace, we can own this town. He says. Grimace would have been a better vice president pick than the hillbilly elegy guy. Why can't I even think of his name?
Dude, Grimace is Grimace. Grimace is gonna grimace.
Grimace is gonna grimace.
He grimaced on me.
Oh.
We're going way too off track. So
Okay.
we're talking about the main McDonald's. So like how this is the restaurant, right? Brett talked about it quite a bit. About you have your regular menu, you have your international menu, you also have your discontinued side. You also have the track that's above you that you're able to see the ride portions, so that you're like it'd be interactive and you can see, oh wow, it's really cool looking because there's like moving stuff. Also, we mentioned that this is a shout out to Brett's dad. Mac tonight would be playing the piano in the store. That was Brett's dad's idea. Shout out to him.
Yeah. And I do have to address a sort of elephant in the room when it comes to that. You probably don't even know about this, but I know if this becomes somewhat viral, someone will comment on it. I do understand that Mac Tonight was used as a neo-Nazi symbol, and that is why they stopped using the character. But I feel like enough time has passed to where people don't remember that anymore, and it's not the fault of the artist or Mac Tonight. Mac Tonight's cool. I'm so sorry that stupid people made him racist, because he's not. Anyway,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You do?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, he was like the OG Pepe the Frog or whatever, but like, not his fault. Mac Tonight's cool. It's not Pepe's fault either. People are dumb. Anyways, regardless, we'll go back on track. I also think something that would be cool in this area is character meet and greets.
Mm-hmm.
It's like character dining. So as you're eating McDonald's, Ronald will come and be like, "Hello, I'm Ronald," and then traumatize children.
Yeah.
Grimace will come out and be like, "Oh," and he'll be like,
"You don't have to do the sound effects."
Oh. The little fry guys will run around and like knock the food out of your hand and eat it.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't feel like physical assault's a good idea.
The little McDonald's dog that Ronald owns can like run around too, and kids can pet it.
It's just I think the characters roaming around the restaurant's really cool. I think it's fun.
Yeah, and it looks like the Mcdonaldland, like the workshop that like Ronald lives in. Like that's the aesthetic. They're like all these like goofy gears, like bright colors, and like they're like as like they're moving around and stuff.
Yeah,
and you could be blasting music.
Yeah, so just fun stuff.
Yeah, I think that's only playing "Hey Ya" from Outkast.
What is that? "Hey Ya" from Outkast? But you have like a 7% chance of getting like Mad World.
For the Richard Kelly cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys, just kind of for reference, if you've ever been to Epic McDonald's, for those of you listening, it's a good time. It's cool, very, very unique. But man, the actual like experience of it is a lot. It's crowded. It took like 30 minutes to get our food. I remember it taking absolutely forever. It was packed to try even find a seat. The experience was not as great, but I could see if it was like manageable, it'd be fun. So I think this store would be this McDonald's would be the newest, the biggest in the U.S.
Yes,
by far.
like I like to say, you know, McDonald's isn't known for having good management.
Yeah, that's true.
If you put a manager at a typical McDonald's and you put them at a tourist trap, disaster and chaos ensues. And that's what you see at Epic McDonald's. We're fixing that here because this is a themed experience. You'll get nothing but high quality, and it's not like Richter Brothers experience in Universal. No. This is high quality dining. You know what I mean?
I was there when you experienced your awful experience with Richter Brothers. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm throwing shade at them.
Yeah,
Y'all suck. I don't know, Kevin. However, this is a quick side tangent. You know the app Belly?
The app what?
Belly.
No.
It is like Letterboxd for fast food restaurants. Well, not fast food.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah. I have Richter Brothers rated at a 0.2.
You told me. You shown me on your phone your review. I remember this.
Yeah. My 10 is the hot pot place in Orlando. You guys should go there. It's called You and Me Hot Pot.
I love You and Me Hot Pot. I love Peanut.
Yeah, Peanut's cool. Peanut's this little.
If you know Peanut, if you know what we're talking about, that's OG.
Comment below. You'll get 25% off discount to our Patreon.
That we don't have.
Yeah.
You'll get a bond. You'll get a bond for a percentage saving off our Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
So moving on from the food is onto merchandise. So I was just thinking of a McDonald's store would be connected to the end of the rides, or even just having a whole store that's just like McDonald's merch, obviously. So you can get like just your basic red T-shirts with an M logo on it, or you can get like little action figures of each of the characters. You can get the different toys from the different time periods of McDonald's. You can get just fun different McDonald's theme items. I was thinking, so you know the Mickey ears, the Mickey headband ears, people always wear?
Yeah.
We can have the golden arch headband ears where that's an M. M like you can wear. It's like I guess the substitution for ears.
I feel like it'd be goofy as I can get, but like people might subscribe to it.
What the?
Yeah, it'd be fun though.
The arches, yeah.
Hey,
it'd be stupid, but I think it'd be so stupid that it'd be funny.
Grimace Squishmallows.
Yeah, Grimace Squishmallows. That's a good one. Having like little tiny I don't want to copy Disney too much, but like the little characters that you're able to get, the new Emos.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different merchandise you can sell. I can also rotate.
Fry Guy pillows would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
little you just get like stuffed animals, things like that.
The
different. I think it'd be fun to have those children's sets that that used to be very big, where you could create your own McDonald's sets at home. Where you had like Play-Doh and stuff that you were able to create your own looking fries and eat it. That you wouldn't actually create fries. I mean, actually, I've seen sets online where you could you would get apples and you would cut them into slices. Like there would be a McDonald's at home machine that you just put an apple in and you would press a lever down and it would shred them into fries. I've seen those. They exist. Yeah. They're older. But that type of fun toys where you can make McDonald's stuff at home, even if it is just plastic hamburgers or whatever, stuff like that, that'd be really cute.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. I love the idea of selling toys. Actual McDonald's toys, in the bags, repurposed from different eras of McDonald's. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be a lot of fun too.
Yeah. I think that those are all great ideas, and it's really fun. For shows, kind of going more deep into it a little bit, we did mention Mac Tonight and about how that could definitely be used as a show and do show times for that. I was also thinking of a Ronald McDonald. This is weird to say. We made this joke in the first episode, but it's a stand-up comedy thing where it's not doing a stand-up comedy routine. He's just doing just a show, kind of like the Beauty and the Beast show, where it's just you just see the characters in costume and they're up to something in McDonaldland.
Yeah.
It's oh no, the FDA caught up to us. We gotta run.
I pitched a Chicken McNugget boy band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you could just have a Chicken McNugget band come up. They're kind of like the Ned Flanders band, They walk up. They're all dressed up as chicken nuggets.
Yeah, they play Disturbed.
More popular songs.
They play Disturbed.
Yeah. Or they,
You're just passing that off like that's normal.
yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Yeah. But that'd be cute. I like the little idea of having the chicken nugget band. That'd be really cute.
Yeah. Grimace Trump Big Tasty. I can't believe it's in my search.
I know, it's crazy though. Like you should watch that commercial. It's crazy.
I'm excited.
Moving I think that's almost all the ideas we really have for Mcdonaldland. So kind of going huh?
It's pretty concise. Like I think it's a very straightforward idea.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think it's even plausible. But we'll get to that.
So, yeah, we'll get to that here soon. Also, just kind of hammering back our ideas before we get back to plausible, so we can condense all the ideas into one. Because this episode was very sporadic. So, this idea is of a whole entire themed land. It's not just a ride or just a restaurant. It's a whole entire theme park land. That is going to be based in Mcdonaldland, the canonical universe of McDonald's. That is going to feature 3 rides. One of them being a dark ride that has you going on a McDonald's adventure to grab the food that you ordered who got stolen from the Hamburglar. And so you try to catch your food back with Ronald and friends, and mishaps and some like comical events happen until you get your food back, which he finally gets caught underneath that ice cream machine, which is cute.
Yeah.
The other ride that we have another one of the other rides we have is the deep fried. That's a drop tower that looks like you're dropping in a deep fry grease thing. Honestly, the more I talk about that, the more of a bad idea it sounds. That's fine. We're running.
I like it. I will defend that ride.
I'm actually a deep fried stan.
Yeah. Honestly, it saved my marriage.
Did it? So what's the story about that marriage?
It wasn't me. It was my friends Veronica and Beth.
Did you get the reference I just did?
No.
I said, what's the story of that marriage?
Oh, marriage story. From acclaimed filmmaker Noah Baumbach. Have you seen it, Kevin?
No, I have not seen Marriage Story yet. People are going to be so confused if they haven't watched last episode. They're like, why do they keep emphasizing Marriage Story? Like, it's amazing.
So, outside of this podcast, I do a podcast called Workshopping Humanity. There's a running joke on that show that almost every episode I somehow bring up Babe.
The pig?
Yeah, and I somehow explain the story of that movie. So many different guests at this point because it's very relevant. And so there's this like running joke of people who've listened to that. It's like, okay, we can't wait till Brett brings up Babe.
That's funny.
Yeah. We should do Babe the Ride. I'm so down for that. Someday. We'll get there.
And so the deep fried, and then we have the Fry Guy Dumbo-esque ride where you're kind of going around in a spinny, and a spin. It'll be kind of cute. Oh wait, this launched in my brain. Okay, the center. So the Fry Guys are going around the deep fried, because the deep fried's dunking the grease, and the Fly Guys are frying above the fryer. Cute. Okay, that's it.
I'm into
That's the idea. So it's all condensed into, it's 2 rides, all condensed into 1.
I really like
it. Okay. Moving on to the restaurant. That's like the biggest thing except for the ride. The restaurant would be pretty massive. It's gonna be the biggest, probably McDonald's, the biggest McDonald's that would ever have graced the United States of America.
Yeah, and it would have to be the one because, like, come on, it's McDonaldland. Like, you have to have the best.
Yeah, I have to have the biggest McDonald's, and so it's going to sell discontinued items. It's going to serve international items. It's going to have a huge play area. We forgot to mention that, but we had the idea to do a huge play area in it. We were going to have, the Mac Tonight show in there, as well as just different knickknacks and stuff. Like, there's an arcade in Epic McDonald's. Add that back into this McDonald's as well. Add in maybe, like, you could go up to those little tiny theater where they're playing old, McDonald's commercials or something like that, where, like, it's a little bit more than a restaurant. It's almost like a little bit of a family fun center a little bit. And then after that, we have merchandise, which is just be your McDonald's store that sells different merchandise, like a Grimace Squishmallow, the old toys and the toy bags. Take home, like, McDonald's make your own McDonald's at home sets. Just
Yeah.
fun little knickknacks, even little stuffed animals, hats, shirts, all the 9 yards. With when it comes to all the merchandise. And then for shows, we have the Mac Tonight again, repeating the Mac Tonight, as well as your Nugget Boy Band, and then just like I think a stage show where it's just the McDonald's gang just kind of doing random things in McDonaldland, like oh no, like I don't know, Grimace is lost in McDonaldland and we have to go grab him. Or I don't know. That's a really really
Oh
dumb
no,
one.
Hamburglar kissed my dad.
Yeah, that's. Have you seen that one before? I've seen that commercial. I saw Daddy kissing Grimace. It's December now. Grimace underneath those golden arches. No, son, it's not what it looks like. But yeah. So that's our whole entire idea of McDonaldland. It is a little sporadic, I will have to say, because McDonald's is such a big brand, and there's a lot you could do with it.
But McDonald's is also goofy in itself, so like.
Yeah, McDonald's is very goofy. So this idea is very goofy, and so it kind of fits right in. Moving to plausibility, I'll start this time with my plausibility because the last 2 times you started, I believe.
Okay. Time for you to start.
I'll start with my plausibility.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I always base off my plausibilities off yours, huh? I go with my own. So I'm gonna say that this McDonaldland having a whole theme park as a whole would be probably like a 5 for me.
Yeah.
As a whole idea theme park, I don't know if anyone's gonna say, "Oh man, it's about time we made that McDonald's theme park ride or whatever." I would say the whole land as a whole would be a 5. The McDonald's dark ride, I would not. It'd be not what we're thinking of. It'd be some like really cheap cardboard cutout. What's it called? I can't even think of it. Like Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin, where it's like all cut out. I feel like that's what it's gonna be. I honestly think the deep fryer is probably the most solid idea that I could see just happening in Epic McDonald's, like just it being a really cheap attraction. And then you have the fry guy thing spinning. I don't know about that one. That's very specific. I'm gonna give that one a 4.
Well, you didn't give numbers to the other 2 attractions. What are your numbers?
Oh, for the dark ride, I'm gonna give that a 4. I think I give all the attractions a 4, except for the deep fryer ride. I'm gonna give that one a 6.
Okay.
Give that one a 6 or a 5. And then for the giant restaurant, I'd say that one's an 8. I feel like someday they're gonna make a bigger McDonald's. It's gonna be grander. I think just the Grand McDonald's in general. That's the name of it, by the way, we came up with. I totally forgot to mention that. It's called the Grand McDonald's, kind of basing it off like the Grand Floridian and the Grand Californian of Disney. It'd be really funny if they made it the Grand McDonald's. The Grand McDonald. Well, so, who do you call someone who lives in McDonaldland?
A McDonalder?
McDonaldese?
They make you maroons?
You're a McDon. I don't know.
You're a fry fellow.
I don't know. But the Grand McDonald's would be fun. And then for the store, that's just, I wish they do sell merch. I think you can buy. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'd say I give the store probably a 6. I'd say 6 or a 5. And then the shows are probably all... I'd probably give Mac Tonight probably less. So I'd probably give that a 2. I don't think they're going to bring him back.
Yes.
And then the Nugget Boy Band, I'm going to give that a 3. I don't think that's going to happen.
Nugget Boy.
The Nugget Boy Band, who only plays in sync.
It only plays Hootie and the Blowfish.
Literally. Only plays Cool in the Gang.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
In the gang.
Matthew's band.
Oh my god.
Crash into me.
I'm a space cowboy.
That's my Dave Matthews impression.
That's a good one. What's your probability for all of this?
Okay, so the ride, like the big e-ticket dark ride, like you said, if they made a dark ride, it would not be this impressive. Now, here's what I'll argue.
Okay.
The Rainforest Cafe ride looks dope for no reason. So they could actually put some of a budget into it. I'll give the dark ride like a 4 as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The fry thing where they like fall in. I just think that's like a cute idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if they watched this episode, they were like, whoa, we got to do that right now. So I'm giving it a straight up 10.
He's putting out vibes in the world.
Yeah, I really am. McDonald's, you don't even have to pay us anything. Just make that happen.
McDonald's, you're going to have to pay me. I want money.
Yeah. The Fry Guy thing, that's like Delmo. There's no reason to build that. I'll give that.
Dude, I thought you had so much confidence in the previous in the drop fried that you said there's no reason to build my pitch. There's really no reason to build it at all.
And then there's the giant expansive restaurant. I really do think that they'll open like a special like McDonald's location with. Open. Oh wait, we forgot to bring up anything about McCosmics.
Oh, I'm not trying to get. That's a separate episode.
It's a separate episode. Wait, we have to bring it up real quick. There's like a deep space McDonald's.
All right, hold on. Finish your rankings, and then we'll talk about McCosmics.
Wait, no, but I have to bring this up real quick.
Okay. Okay.
And you get like special drinks, like a Starbucks.
Yeah.
But it's like McDonald's deep space, and there's only a few of them right now. Mm-hmm. It is literally a bucket list goal. It is a dream of mine to go to one.
Where are their locations at?
I don't even know. But anyway, McCosmics. That also have to be a part of the big expansive McDonald's. It'd have to be a McCosmic.
I had to have a McCosmic stand.
Okay, I'm adding that.
Okay.
But that being added to a giant McDonald's with expired items. Sorry.
That's a great way to sell food. Expired. I honestly don't think McDonald's food expires.
With retired items.
Yeah.
And foreign items. Wait, is that so?
No, you're good.
Items. I don't know. Sorry. That entire thing.
Yeah.
I think it's very plausible that something like that's going to exist. So I'll give. I don't know if it's going to look exactly the way that we envisioned it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it like a 7.5.
The whole McDonald's restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
the merchandise thing. I think a lot of that merch could exist in some sort of function. Sure, I'll give that like a 7.
Yeah.
The Nugget Boy Band. That's like 4. Maybe a 3.
Imagine if it's the Nugget Boy Band, but they only play like the Spice Girls.
Yeah, Nugget Boy Band's like a 2. Little shows with the McDonald's characters though. Realistically, like a 7.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I agree with you. Yeah.
And then
the Mac Tonight.
Oh yeah, that's probably a 3 just because.
Yeah, reasons.
Canceled for no reason. Well, he got canceled because of stupid people, not because of
stupid reasons.
Stupid. Yeah, because stupid people.
Stupid people because stupid reasons. Stupid reasons, stupid people. Stupid.
Cheers.
That's
my favorite TV show starring John Ratzenberg.
Where everyone knows your name. I know that one. I know Cheers, but not Marriage Story.
And I'm glad that they came. I really messed up the lyrics.
It's okay. So, and then to kind of wrap up this episode, what are your guys' thoughts? What are your guys' thoughts about a McDonald's theme park, and where would that be? You know, where would it be situated? Would you go to one? Would you think it'd be worth going to pay a theme park ticket price just to go to an enhanced McDonald's experience? Would that be something that you'd be interested in? Is there any other ideas that we missed? Kind of like what we joked about earlier. Did I miss a character of big McDonald's lore thing that we missed somehow? We missed Glorpy McLupperson or whatever of the McNugget race. Like, I don't know. Like, you know.
Like the Irish. Do you like Grimace's Irish uncle? Grimace.
Yeah. Did Grimace's Irish uncle kiss your dad?
This was a good time. I'm glad that I had a platform where I could talk about my weird love for McDonald's lore.
Yeah.
And even like the next episode I'm excited about. If it is what I think it's gonna be, because like
Cool. Well, then you guys have to wait and see what that is.
Yeah.
I'm not telling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and hope you have a good rest of your day or night.